Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Let's see. Where to begin? Okay, a couple things. Let's see, first of all, let's talk about the weather. It's starting to get a little overcast now, but for the most part today's been very, very sunny. And look at, I got all the babies coming out. Hello, Maxie. And there's Soxy. These two came together. We got both of these guys at Lollipop Farm at the same time. Maxie was a kitten, and Soxy was a year old. So okay, anyway, so the solar was really good today. Let me go over here and I'll show you that real quick. I'll tell you what we brought in so far. And it's about 3 in the afternoon right now. So we're not done collecting yet. It's even though it's starting to get a little cloudy now. Let's see what we got here. We have 3.2 kilowatt hours in on the day. Batteries are at 25.3. We've been running straight on since about 10 this morning when everybody got up. So right now we got 113 watts coming in, and the batteries are at 99%. So good day for solar. Like I said, even though it's a little cloudy right now. But anyway, so let's talk about real quick. I want to talk a little bit about something. Somebody had asked me a question going back to yesterday's video, okay? So first of all, I'd like to say, I had a couple people, you know, of course they have to tell you how they unsubscribed. I unsubscribed. Well, that's, you know, your choice. I mean, those are your judgmental people that because I don't believe what they believe that they're going to get rid of me, which is fine. I don't really care. I mean, honestly, I've said from the very beginning, if you don't like what I have on my channel, don't watch my channel. That's, you know, bottom line. But, so I had somebody ask me in a comment, what do I do as far as, like, with my kids as far as religion goes, okay? What are they free to do whatever they want? And the answer to that question is absolutely. They're free to follow whatever path they choose to follow. When I was a child, I was force-fed religion. I questioned everything because that's the way I am. And in my own opinion, I found it to be a lot of BS. It's my opinion, okay? So please don't hammer me on that because you believe in God. That's fine. Like I said, again, I've always respected everybody's right to believe what they want to believe, but it just seems like it doesn't go the other way with a lot of people that claim to be Christians. Anyway, so when my kids, if they get to that point and if they want to go to a church or whatever, they're more than welcome to do that. But I wanted to make sure that they were of an age where they could make their own decisions and not be force-fed something. My daughter was telling me today, we were down in town and we had stopped to get milk, and she goes, Dad, she goes, you see that kid over there with the blue shirt on? And you can tell they had all just got out of church. And I said, yeah. She goes, he's in one of my classes and he's always complaining how he hates going to church and how he's forced to go to church. That doesn't make a good Christian, okay? That's not going to, because you're force-fed something, it makes you actually run away from it with all your heart and soul, to be honest with you. Like I said, for myself, I had a different path, and it was not with that. So anyway, like I said, as far as my children go, they can choose whatever they wish to do. If they choose not to, I don't care. If they want to go and become Buddhist, then I will support them 100%, because again, it's their choice. Once they become old enough and they can make their own decisions, you know, they can do whatever they want. I mean, they're old enough now; they choose what they choose, and they're not into religion like I'm not into religion. And please don't say, oh, it's because I'm not into it. You know, they have their own will. They can choose their path if they wish to go that route, and they have chosen not to at this point. Now, maybe when they get older, they may change their mind and want to do something. That's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I will, like I said, I support everybody, and this is what I think a lot of people don't get. I support you for what you do. If you believe in something, that's fantastic. I support you in that, okay? So, now getting to the gist of what I wanted to do this video on. I wanted to do a video, basically, how is people that do not prep like people on welfare, okay? So let's look at this a second, okay? Because what's going to happen when an SHTF situation happens and the people that have not prepped and gotten ready, what are they going to do? Well, they're going to go looking for handouts and looking for people to help them, okay? Much like a lot of people on welfare. Now, please, let's get one thing straight, okay? Not everybody on welfare is scamming the system. A lot of people are, yes they are, okay, but not everybody is. At one time I actually had to use food stamps for a short period of time myself, and it was very humiliating, I'll be honest with you. I was freaking mortified that I actually had to go and ask for help, but I had to make sure my kids ate, so I did it, okay? But it was a very short-term thing, and as soon as it was done, I was off of it. And the way that they did it, the way that they do it is, I know when I went, I basically went in and said, listen, I want to get food stamps for like 6 weeks. And they said, well, the minimum that we do is 6 months. So they give you food stamps for 6 months. And I'll be honest with you, it helped. At that point in time, we needed it, and it helped. So, you know, but again, I haven't been on anything ever since then, you know. But the thing is, and it was funny because the lady said to me, when I had gone in there, she goes, oh, you've never been in the system? I go, no. I said, I've always, you know, had a job and worked and stuff like that. I just had a period that was a down period, and I needed some help. So anyway, so that's what happened with that. So a lot of people actually do need help, and I have no problem with helping people that are in need. But the thing is, too many people take advantage of the system, and it's generation after generation after generation, and they know every angle and scam and how to get around everything, okay? There's too much of that, okay? But, you know, so people that don't prep, how are they like people on welfare? Well, again, what they'll end up having to do, these people that were all high and mighty and had their wonderful vacations and fancy cars and boats and, you know, didn't prepare for anything, they're going to be like people on welfare. They're going to be there with their hand out and their hat in their hand looking for that free handout. Well, in that kind of situation, like I said, we've had numerous conversations on that, and everybody has a different view of how they would want to do that. You know, so anyway, there's something else actually I wanted to say real quick. Going back to the video that I made calling out 46 Degrees North and St. Bernard Acres with Joe and Kurt. And so anyway, so Joe makes a comment and then deletes his comment. So I don't know what that was all about. And I had actually talked to Joe on the phone and told him that I had made the video. And so he had made a comment, and I guess a couple people hammered him on the comment, so he deleted the comment. So I don't know what that's all about. And I never heard nothing from Kurt. Okay, so whatever. Just, you know, and like I said, I wasn't calling them out in a mean way or a vicious way or anything like that, okay? Just putting that out there as well. But, so people that don't prep, you know, they're going to be basically your welfare people once an SHTF situation happens, all right? And it's, you know, like I said, we've had numerous discussions, and a lot of people have said the same thing that I've said, that my group and my family come first. And, you know, we go from there. But, you know, and it's not about being selfish or thinking of ourselves. It's, we prepared, we got ready, you know, and because you didn't, now I owe you something? Sorry, it's not how it works, okay? If it's going to cost somebody in my group their life because I have to feed you, that's not going to happen. I mean, it's just not. I mean, it's a terrible way of looking at it. I think a lot of people don't realize how truly bad things are going to be when an SHTF situation happens, regardless of what it is, okay? And so I actually had somebody too, I gotta put this out here too, my mind is bouncing all over the place, so excuse me. They had said, what if the shoe was on the other foot? Say we had, like, because we had an earthquake up here in New York not that long ago, and what if it was an earthquake and it destroyed all your stuff? Well, you know, then you're the one sitting there with your hat in your hand and you're begging. Well, that's why I prep, because if an earthquake happened, it's not going to destroy everything that I have. So, you know, that's not going to be, you know, I'll still have things that I can fall back on and rely on. So I'm not really too concerned about that. That's why I prep, you know. I mean, that's why I'm a prepper. You know, we deal with whatever happens, whatever comes down the road, we'll have to deal with it just like everybody else. So I don't see us in that situation. That's just my personal opinion. That, you know, and I answered that question for that person in the comment. But, you know, like I said, you know, yeah, you just never know what the situation is going to be. We're just going to do the best that we can do. I mean, all of us should be doing the best that we can do. If people choose not to prep, and you know, then something happens, whose fault is that? It's not my fault, because if I talked to you about it and I told you what you needed to do and you chose to do nothing, that's on you. That's just kind of how that goes. So I look at it, and it's the same correlation, like I said. That's how people that don't prep, they're going to be like people on welfare, looking for that handout, looking for that free ride, okay? And like I said, again, please, not everybody that gets assistance is trying to screw over the system. They're not. All right, I don't want people to think that I'm saying that, and that's not the case at all. But there unfortunately is a great number of people that do take advantage of it. So, you know, but anyway, oh, there's the sun coming, peeking back out. I'll show you that. Yeah, so now it's gonna, yeah, so we had a little couple clouds over there, and now they're clearing out. Now we got more clear skies coming. So anyway, guys, listen, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Things are starting to dry out here. It's gonna take some time. It's getting there, but I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And remember, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, you're going to reach them. You really will if you work at it methodically. See, this isn't as bad already. This is already starting to dry up a little bit. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. And remember, you know, you want to hate, go someplace else. You know, I mean, I don't hate anybody. I don't. And if you want to say negative things or be nasty, you get blocked and deleted. You know, that's just kind of how it goes. And if you choose not to follow my channel, see you later, bye. I mean, realistically, you know, I do YouTube because I enjoy it. I'm not doing it for a living. You know, it's just something that I do for fun. I try to help people, try to teach people. That's what it's all about, okay? So I'll talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.